Well, it's certainly dramatic. The stakes are certainly high. We're not quite at the place of a big power struggle. I think you may be thinking of 1973, major crises, perhaps even the 2006 Lebanon war. But certainly this is open-ended and it looks likely to escalate because neither Israel or Iran are backing down at this point.
What is the place of the U.S. from your prism, all your experience? How is the United States being treated by the two adversaries?
Well, the U.S. is the power that counts. There's no doubt about that. Until very recently, the U.S. was in negotiations with Iran on a diplomatic deal that would cap Iran's nuclear program. Those talks appear to have stalled, certainly now that there is a shooting war between Israel and Iran, but previously over Iran's balking, over Iran's refusal to discuss dismantling its uranium enrichment as demanded by the United States, a demand that's certainly supported by Israel. As you know, the uranium enrichment program is one that a country would pursue for an independent civilian nuclear program. It's also one that a country would pursue for the means to create nuclear weaponry. There are two basic tracks to a nuclear bomb. One is through plutonium, one is through highly enriched uranium. The Iranians have been moving very fast toward a highly enriched uranium stockpile that would enable them to create a number of nuclear bombs in short order, should that be what they want. And now they are discussing in the Iranian parliament a formal departure from the NPT, the Non-Proliferation Treaty, that formally has them forswear nuclear weaponry. So it would seem that they are in one way or another on the express route to a breakout toward nuclear weaponry. They have yet to say that this is what they want. In fact, the formal Iranian position is that they do not want the bomb, but it would appear that in terms of uranium enrichment, they are in position to do so.
Dan, what is the objective of Israel at this point? Have they disclosed that? Is it to destroy the nuclear operations of Iran, or is it something even more, perhaps even regime change? Do we know?
Well, certainly at the outset of this on Friday, the declared aim of Israel was to destroy the nuclear program, the missile program which eventually would allow the Iranians, if they have nuclear weapons, to mount them and deliver them. But Israel also says, you know what? The missiles were dangerous enough as conventional missiles, as Israel has experienced in the last 2 days, to warrant being destroyed as well. Israel says it's made significant achievements in terms of the physical destruction of the nuclear infrastructure in Iran. And there are hints now that the Israelis may want to go beyond that should this escalate further and see regime change in Iran. The Israelis say that's not a declared objective, but they also say that should, as a result of this continued fighting, destabilization in Iran, dissent bubbling among Iranians opposed to the regime, should all of this bring about the toppling of the regime, the Israelis are not ones to shed a tear.
Dan, how important was taking out some of the military leaders in Iran? How important was that to Iran? How difficult is that for their leadership?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. When you lose your chief of staff, when you lose the head of the parallel military known as the IRGC, when you lose a succession of Iranian military leaders, as just happened today with another set of leaders, a leader and his deputy being eliminated, killed by the Israelis, that is something very, very jarring for a country. And the Iranians are reacting as they can in terms of long-distance ballistic missile launches, drone launches that have exacted some casualties in Israel. There's no doubt that this is immensely destabilizing and threatening for the Iranian state.